Hey, how are we doing today? It's Tuesday. Yesterday was Memorial Day here in the United States. And if you're here and celebrating, hopefully you had yourself a nice weekend. So for many, it was a 3-day weekend. I spent it pretty mellow. I thought I was going to go for a motorcycle ride, but it was quite windy and didn't want to deal with that. But I had a chance to spend it with my parents and just kind of relax, a little barbecue, something pretty mellow. And I did take some time to remember to thank those and honor those that for the reason we have the day and get the freedoms we do. So this is David, where I talk about balancing the triad, body, mind, spirit. You work on those 3 elements to improve your health, wellness, and fitness and every other aspect of your life. So with that, let's get into today's topic. Avoiding the difficult task, there's usually a price to pay. So what I'm talking about that. A lot of times there's difficult tasks that we don't like to do. So we kind of push them off. Other times we just simply don't want to do them. Other ones that they might not be difficult, we just don't want to do them. Other times we're not for sure actually what's involved. So instead of even trying to figure it out, we just push them off and don't do them. But regardless, so especially we're talking about your health, wellness, and fitness, there's a price to pay. That difficult task might be choosing to eat a little healthier. It might be starting to exercise. It might be doing a little quiet time. It might be starting to learn a new skill. But just going through, and if you do that, there's a price to pay. Now the price may or may not be worth it for you, and that's sometimes you got to worry you complicit in making sure you get what you want or don't get what you want. So we say we want to improve our health. We say we'd like to trim down. We want to get more muscle. We want to have more quiet time, more positive energy, more positive mindset, more connection with people, whatever it's going to be along that whole spectrum of body, mind, spirit, health, wellness, and fitness. But yet, to accomplish that, that means we're going to have to do certain things. There's going to be certain tasks we're going to have to do. So a lot of times, if you already had those things, we weren't worrying about it. But since you don't, normally that means you're going to have to make some changes in your life. But for a lot of people, it's like, okay, it's difficult to do. I don't want to do it. And that's one of the things I try to emphasize on here is making sure to realize what are the things that are going to fit into your life so that way it makes it easier for you to do and you're more likely to stick with it. And what are things you want to do? Because if it makes it easier for you to do and it's something you want to do, you're more likely to stick with it, which is one of the problems with a lot of times the cookie cutter routines of diets. You have to be strictly just like this. This is the way it is. This is what we're doing. It doesn't work for everybody. They don't like it. They fight against it. And therefore, a lot of times they stop and don't get the results. Now, some people are able to barrel through. They can grit and hate it the entire time and still do it and get the results and love it. Not everyone's like that. I know I'm not quite like that. And like yesterday, I started a new exercise program. I've been doing one for quite a while. Been doing one combination between splitting up multiple micro trainings a day in there. I've been doing that for the past, I don't know, about 8 weeks, something like that, 8, 9 weeks, something like that. I had to change things up. It wasn't working for me right now, and I was starting to fight it. I wasn't having fun, and at the point where it's like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen, so I just switch things up. But take a step back and realize where are the things in your life that you're choosing, your choices, you're choosing not to work on those difficult tasks. And I got a couple right now. I realized last night I was going through my list of certain tasks I want to accomplish. It's like, oh crap, here's a couple. I think it's 3 different projects along the same lines I was supposed to have done about a week and a half ago. I haven't done them yet. Part of it is it's difficult. I don't like to them. There's a challenge to me. And the other part is I kind of forgot them, which sometimes it may be for you as well. You realize it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a little challenging for you. So you kind of push it out of your mind. It's like, okay, it's not there. It's there. It's gone. La, la, la. It's not there. I've got another task I've been putting off as well. So yeah, I'm just as guilty of this, but you got to realize what's the price. These quote unquote difficult tasks, whatever they may be, if you accomplish them, what's going to be the result? And is the result something you want? Or if you don't do it, that's going to give you a result as well. Which between the two would you prefer? What's going to be more beneficial? Which one do you want? Do you want the result of not doing the task? Which good chance is probably where you're, in regards to health, wellness, and fitness, which means you're probably going to stay the same exactly where you're at, or maybe get worse. But yet if you do the task, and you can break them up to small, you can break them up to bite-sized bits, as we talk about going from SMART goals to larger long-term goals. You break them down to short-term goals and to baby goals and to micro goals. There's a way to break them down so that it can make it easier to chew, easier to work on. Which, by the way, if you're interested in that, I kind of break that down a little bit in the link. There's a script into my group, and there's a free training there, Health and Wellness Your Way, and you go through that, and that gives you some questions, including what I just talked about, the long-term goals and breaking them down, so it makes it easier to go through and do. But yeah, go through, and I'm looking at the task I got to do. What would it be if one of them I accomplish, which means one of them I have to spend money on, That'd give me a jump ahead and help me out probably tremendously and make it long-term results I can gain from it, and probably gain some finances from it as well. The other one, I can think of a couple other tasks. Well, it's something I said I was going to do. I need to follow through on that, and that just makes it more saying, okay, I got the integrity with my word. So if I don't have the integrity with my word. The third task I'm thinking of, which is along the same lines of the other ones, it's going to help me with a number of aspects, but it's definitely, I've done parts of it before, and it's not necessarily easy for me. I don't like doing it, which is why I put it off. And it's by putting it off, the pile, if you will, is getting larger and larger. And from that, it seems like it's more daunting. It's like, okay, I'm going to have a harder time catching up with it, but yet the more we put off, the larger it gets. I think you kind of relate to that. Think about the same thing with your health and wellness. Sometimes health and wellness can be working on your space, your office, your house. You might be doing some cleaning up. Because when it's cluttered, you have a cluttered mind, you have cluttered energy, cluttered thinking. So sometimes you might be going through and realizing, okay, I just need one little spot. I can clean one drawer. You don't have to do the entire thing at one time, but break it down into bite-sized pieces. It makes it much easier to go through and do. But yeah, look at that when it comes to your health, wellness, and fitness, your body, mind, and spirit, as well as other aspects of your life. What areas are you avoiding the quote-unquote difficult task, and what's the price to pay? There's a price. If you don't make the change, if you don't work on it, this is going to happen. If you do make the change, this is going to happen. Which one do you want? Which one's more likely to benefit you? All right. So that's what I got for you today. Again, if you want to start thinking about how to work on those goals by breaking them down from large goals to large long-term goals to short-term goals to baby goals to baby steps to micro goals, links in the description of the training. The link is in the description for the training. There we go. Makes sense. All right. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll catch you tomorrow. Take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.